This is day 13 of our 30 days of relief carving, and I was supposed to be carving this sweet little piggy. However, I thought it looked kind of close in design and style to this hare up here that we carved on day 1. So I thought, okay, let's change it up but keep the pig theme. So today we're going to learn how to carve a joint of ham. I'm cutting around the border as always with my bendy boy chisel, holding the corner to the wood rather than the whole edge so it slides through the wood more easily. I repeat the process on the design as well. These cuts will act as stop cuts, which will prevent my chisel from going too far when I start to take out the background. To take out the background, I use a kind of gouge with a really shallow curve. It also has its corners rounded over, which means it doesn't leave any scratch marks behind that you might get with other chisels. Most gouges would be fine, but I like this one. I like to mark the highest point of the carving. It tells me that everything else around it needs to be lower. This big file gouge is really good for slicing away large areas and makes quick work of the end of the ham joint. This is actually my most expensive chisel. It cost me £38 on eBay, brand new. I'm not sure how much it would be, but it's totally been worth it. When I need to clear a big area and I can get away with using my bench chisel, I use it. Because it's flat and I use a honing guide to sharpen it, which means it's my easiest chisel to sharpen and is therefore my sharpest chisel. So it's really amazing to carve with. And when it comes to carving, I think bench chisels are more versatile than people realise. They're great at making convex curves, really good at getting into corners and easy to control. They're also relatively affordable when compared to carving chisels. This chisel that I call the bendy boy is great for awkward little spaces and allow me to make quick work of the bone. One of the main problems with wood carving is having to continually draw and redraw the design as you carve wood away. You can make this much easier on yourself by having a reference nearby or just improving your general drawing skills, but I think that both those things will help. Good thing about using the corner of a small chisel is that you can twist and turn it to form curves, which is especially handy if you don't own every single wood gouge that has ever existed. I also try to use chisels in every way that I can. Just because a chisel is designed for a specific purpose doesn't mean it can't be good at performing another task, much like the bench chisel we used earlier. This also helps with flow, which may not seem important at first glance, but it can really speed up your carving and make it so you can improvise with fewer tools. Whilst we watch the V-Chisel in action, I want to thank my supporters on Patreon for their continued support. And a big welcome to Charlie and PK, who just joined up at the full Jaffa tier. Thank you very much. If you sign up to Patreon, you get a look behind the scenes at my projects, as well as a chance to brainstorm future ideas with me before anyone else even knows about them, and also just the knowledge that you're helping the creation of these videos. Oh, and also you get to see my videos ad-free before anyone else. I recently bought some tulip wood with money from patrons to carve my biggest sculpture in the round, so expect that video in a couple of months' time. Hopefully. Thanks again, guys. As always, we finish off with the toothbrush to get rid of little wood stragglers and then apply some boiled linseed oil very generously indeed. If you enjoyed that tutorial, make sure to check out the playlist for this series. I've linked it in the description below where you can see everything we've carved so far on this board. Next time we're going to be carving a snail shell, which is hidden under this blue tape because I've already carved it. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I will catch you again soon.